the GAM family table, as I understand it, this first event happened in a kitchen with a few bright people with some great, ambitious ideas. So I want to take you back a little bit to 1970. That's the year this all began. Ronald Reagan was elected the governor of California. Jimmy Carter was elected the governor of Georgia. The Apollo 13 mission launched Jim Lovell way up into space. Ford released its spiffy, futuristic Pinto. Chevy found style in the Camaro. Monday Night Football debuted the same year CAMEO did in 1970. The Voices, does anybody remember who the first two announcers of Monday Night Football were? Howard Cosell. And the other one was Keith Jackson. Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell. Also someone near and dear to many hearts here, Casey Kasem, in 1970 started counting backwards from 40 to 1, America's Top 40. As he was counting backwards, this group was looking forward. It all happened in the year 1970. In the midst of the Vietnam War and a shooting at Kent State, the Earth movement began in 1970. We had our first Earth Day that year. We launched Janis Joplin, and ABC gave us our first episode of All My Children. Some of the things that we like to remember, and some maybe we like to forget. All of these things were kind of painting the picture of the first year of that decade. Well, also in 1970, Anwar Sadat was named the president of Egypt. There was an assassination attempt on King Hussein of Jordan. Jordanian and Palestinian leaders repeatedly tried to come to terms on a truce. Syrian forces crossed into the Jordanian border. A lot was going on in the world. And a lot was going on in the world that you folks cared so much about and continue to. And you were educating those of us who didn't know why this mattered, why it mattered. And it was an impressive and an important period of time. The need for an organization like this, exactly like this, was at its apex in 1970. And a small group of people at that kitchen table said, we can make this happen. And how about a round of applause for those who had that foresight 44 years ago.